And just for good measure, man, good measure. Shout out to Brother McKinday. He gets one.
Because now you will refer to me as the African genius.
All right, man. That's enough of that. That's enough of that. Top of the top to everybody. How was your day? How was your week? I actually don't care because we don't need to be long-winded today. But if you'd like to tell the world how your week was, just say good or bad. How was your week?
First of all, I'm happy to be back.
Welcome back.
Yeah. Y'all filling these spots without me.
Yeah, well, you know.
It wasn't full at all.
Yeah, you know, so it has to go on.
Well, I had a good week. I was excited to come back. So
What's happening?
And forget y'all. I'm gonna keep talking. So what had happened was this week.
You're definitely about to cut that mic.
Fix it in post. Nah, had a good week though.
Good
Happy
week.
to be here.
That's what's up, man.
Yep.
You,
Man.
wish you were here yesterday, but you know we had a good call in with you, so you know.
Yesterday.
Right.
No, I said when you called in. I said we had a good call in.
No, but you
with
did say yesterday.
we had a good call in with you.
Yes.
That's what I said.
All right.
Yeah, I was
Rewind
trying
the
to.
tape.
We just heard something different.
I was trying to listen to it. I didn't hear myself.
Okay. Carry on.
For starters, I want my new intro, but like, I got to send it to you again.
Yeah, you do. I'm sorry.
Come on.
I'm busy.
Motherfucker, what a point guard you are. Doing March Madness.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Bend a bitch over, call it Arch Madness.
Aw.
Clap it to death. I got bars, bro. Stop playing.
Did you just say bend a bitch over and call it Arch Madness?
Yes.
Cheers.
You know what I'm saying?
Judge
Yeah.
Miss Andrew will
I
allow
like that.
it.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, man, week was cool, man. Work, OT. Some weird shit happened. Motherfucker got into an accident. Got thrown out of his car.
Ooh.
And his own car ran him over. Can't make this kind of shit up.
That's wild.
You cannot make this kind of shit
Was
up.
it an
What?
electric car? Was it like a Tesla?
No, it was just like a regular car. He hit up by that window, his car hit the other car, he plugged him off a window. Whatever happened to his car's gears and shit,
Oh
shit just
my
rolled back over.
No.
Hey, that's how we died.
He died.
That's how, yeah, he did.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
rest in peace.
Pieces.
Oh.
It's really good to go, bro. Pieces.
That's not funny.
It's very hilarious.
Pieces
I mean,
is
it's
definitely
ironic.
hilarious.
Don't drink and drive, motherfucker. Don't
Okay.
crash into nobody.
Yeah.
Okay.
How about
all right.
that? You know what I'm saying?
That car is alive.
Hey,
car is alive.
that car on 701 North Sacramento chilling right now. Hey, like it ain't did nothing wrong. they gonna fix that bitch up beside somebody else. That car's what they call that car? Christine.
That would be an amazing hood remake of like a ghetto killer car.
Killer
oh my
car?
God,
It had to be a
yeah.
Hellcat though. It had to be a Hellcat.
That would be on Tubi. That would be trash as fuck.
No, it wouldn't, man. You have like some local rappers raising money to
A
like,
Trackhawk Jeep.
yeah.
Run somebody over.
And just killing random motherfuckers in Chicago just cause.
Everybody else doing it.
That's true.
No, that wasn't funny. But y'all wrong.
Oh
man.
my God! No, it would have to be like a gangbanger spirit that took over the car. It's like getting revenge.
Which
you know,
gang,
like
though?
JD's Revenge, but a car version of it.
Not writing that shit at all.
It would be an amazing 2023 blaxploitation film.
You don't have to write that down. You can just freestyle that shit. Freestyle that, bro.
That would be amazing.
Like, my week was good though, man. How was your week, bro?
Let's see here.
Anyway,
Yeah,
so
exactly. Pretty much. Nothing going on here. Actually, no. Let me stop lying. Had an amazing conversation with someone that will not be named at this point. But it was for the pod.
that is so cryptic.
And
Blink if it's something dope this year.
I don't
he
know what that
blunk.
was. That boy, Nat flew in that boy
for
eye.
sure. No. Just
Don't ever wink at anybody.
some
You
good
going to
things.
jail
Some
when you
good
like
things
that.
on the horizon. I'll just cap it.
I like
there.
that.
Just cap it there.
Can we talk about this afterwards?
Yeah, for
Or
sure.
can we not know?
Yeah, you know.
Oh my God. So on a needs to know basis.
Yeah, the less you
I
know,
don't
the
wanna-
better.
I don't
'Cause
wanna-
The less you know.
I don't want to jinx it.
I want to draw on
Fair.
conclusion.
Yeah,
He
I
signed us up
don't-
to OnlyFans.
I don't want to jinx it.
I swear to God. If you signed us up for OnlyFans,
Do you have some fans? Motherfuckers been cash apping you
I do get some cash apps sometimes.
off the pod?
Not off the pot. Well, I don't know what
You
they
trying to get a percentage. What you want?
No, you know what? You know what?
Yes.
No.
Ain't in. Fuck you mean?
Mind your business. I thought $, Mila, LOVE.
You stay throwing that out there.
MARS. Yeah, why not? Support the pod.
definitely
Support the
fixing
host.
Support the hoes.
Yeah, that's what I thought you said. That's what I'm
Support
dying
the
laughing.
hoes. What are you doing here, girl?
I said host.
Okay,
Okay,
all right.
yeah.
And the S was a little silent, so host.
Okay, all right.
You know, I'll split it up.
I
You know, 3 ways.
They call us hoes. Support these hoes.
Why
Hey,
don't
look.
we have a podcast app?
We can get. Well, no, we actually do have one.
What is it? Can you tell the people
The
what
Corner
it is?
Convo Podcast.
So $TheCorner.
Yeah, podcast.
Corner Convo Podcast.
LLC.
That's the whole name.
That's the whole
No
name?
one's gonna give us money. That is such a trash.
What's his name be?
It should take the LLC off.
Okay, I will.
Yeah, so I think the Corner Convo Pod is
All right, so yeah, if y'all want to cash app the pod, you know what I mean? You can do that. You can also subscribe, on all platforms.
buy merch.
You can buy merch. It's out here at the corner
Get
store.
piped up if you want to.
The corner convo.com.
Wait, what?
Get piped
What
up
does
if you
that
want to.
mean?
Certain young get piped if you want to. You know what I'm saying?
Do I
Oh,
have a
good,
pipe
though.
to give? What is?
You just said you do.
I don't even know what we're talking about.
This is getting weird already.
Is that for sale on our corner? Like what?
No. If it is, then what, am I pimping everybody?
Yeah, somebody got to do it. Somebody got to be the host. Somebody got to be the pimp. This is the way the game works.
All right.
I need a mean street walker.
Age
Walk a
old
clean
institution.
mile.
I'm not with the black exploitation, okay?
You are lying.
That's a classic line.
You pay me in chicken and fortune cookies.
Mm-mm.
You definitely do.
Well, listen here. First of all,
Why your lips get all terse?
Speaking of chicken, though, girl.
I think I had 8 pieces.
Tell you don't eat.
Yeah, hey.
Well, I struggle with food, right?
That was a display of a very good display of how to not waste. Waste not, want not.
First of all, I am grateful that there is food here when I arrive. Like when you have a eating disorder and people don't believe you or they kind of judge it, it's just like, just have something there. I will be super grateful. I do not eat in front of everybody because of what y'all just did. And it's not like nobody did anything wrong, but there are certain moments where people will pick up on what it is that I do and how I do it. And I will never eat in front of them again. Or I won't eat that thing that was around them. Like I'm pretty psychotic in my head about food.
Pretty much, but
Yeah, it's fine.
okay, cool. I thank you for sharing, though.
Yeah, thank you for the chicken.
It means a lot.
Oh, good.
I cannot wait to get another piece.
You should have sat that bitch right up.
Right here.
Hey, look. So, real talk. Some crazy shit happened in Chicago. The Bulls Stadium. Right.
Some real shit happened.
Some legendary shit. Right.
Yeah, some player shit.
Only in Chicago shit.
Yeah, man.
Only out west type
all
shit,
the blogs
though.
are picking it up. It's going crazy. It's a complete viral moment, man. So shout out to my man Parquet.
What up, Park?
For doing something epic. I called him, told him he was a wild boy. He died laughing. He said, man, ticket sales went up because of him. they owe him some chips.
True.
It's crazy out here. And I want to do this. I'm going to go ahead and call him. Let's see if we can get Parquet on the line.
Parquet. I like that name, too.
American Greed, too.
This is necessary.
Y'all still waiting? You still got it cooking for you. Don't worry about it. Still got it cooking.
Hey, man, I saw that. I was like, I love the crib. It's crazy, like mixed reactions
Absolutely.
from it. Everybody all of a sudden got a conscious.
Let me see if Parquet is my man for sure.
That sweet will never be the same.
No, never.
The ghost of Parquet up in that motherfucker.
Okay. Yo.
Hey, Parquet.
Hold on. This is a radio station calling. Yo, what's the word?
What's the word, dog? How you feeling?
Man, I feel good, man. I'm on the phone with the legend Haitian Jack.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. Tell Haitian Jack, Corner Combo said what up.
Tupac
That's
for life.
crazy.
Tupac for life, though.
Bonjour.
That's crazy. Hey,
Hey,
look.
Jack, say what's up, man. What's going on with it, Playboy?
What up, man? How you feeling, big dog?
Jack,
We got a 3-1
Yeah.
man, so nigga fall out on him, man. He a Taurus just like me.
Hey, look, I ain't gonna hold you, man. Just, shit is really going viral, man. And I know I called you and just told you that this was a great rollout for the album. And I don't know if this was intentional, but the shit is beautiful, man. The shit was legendary. And just can you just tell the people what happened? How did that even go down?
Man, we do what we always do, man. We had a bar.
Okay.
We went out there, man. We threw some money, man. Them ladies got naked in the suite, man.
As they should. It wasn't the first time.
LeBron wasn't the only superstar in the building, man. Parquet was there.
Hello.
Talk that shit,
Oh,
dog.
my God.
Yeah. You know what time it is.
Yeah. So what's the next move?
Man, to keep winning.
Yeah. Okay.
We gonna do I'm gonna do a release. I'm gonna do a release party, pool party in June for the project. I'm like 5 videos in, 3 commercials right now.
Ooh, I definitely want to
Everything
be at the
getting
pool
mixed out.
party.
Yeah, I'm definitely coming through shirt
okay.
off, tattoos out, the whole nine.
Oh, my God.
I need to be at the
Man,
club.
oh man, Hey, just bring the bikinis, man. You know what I'm saying? Bring the bikinis, man.
How you gonna top the sweet party though, Parquet, man? How you gonna top that? You might have outdid yourself, dog.
Man, listen, man. We do this all the time. All you gotta do is bring yourself. We're gonna have enough water guns, enough naked ladies,
I'm with it.
and enough music and liquor for everybody.
Chicago got a goat, man. That was definitely a goat move, Joe. I saw it. This shit was going around in my line of work. These motherfucking white boys, they was super impressed. I'm like, fuck y'all. This is how we do it on my side of town. So, you know, the brothers and sisters, we over the corner.
The white boy, I think the president, I think he lost some of his sponsors, man, because he was in that window like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he came next door with like 3 of his buddies and asked was his credit cards good. I said not in his room.
Oh,
Yeah, they don't want to report that though. They don't want to talk about that. You know what I mean?
We throwing cash, man, not cards.
That's it. And put that Amex back in your pocket, brother. Pull out them blue and green notes.
Hey man, I ain't gonna hold you, man. I ain't gonna hold you. I appreciate your time, bro.
Hold on.
I'm go ahead and get back. I'm gonna hit you later.
All right, Parquet.
bye, Parquet.
No, it's all love.
It's all
bro.
love,
man. America greed too, baby.
You already know.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
That's
Ooh,
crazy.
wet t-shirt contest in June, right?
So we just had
Can we
Haitian
judge
Jack.
it?
Yeah.
No, definitely.
You
For
heard me
sure.
say Tupac, though, didn't you?
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. I'm never going to let that slide.
Haitian Jack just came up on the corner.
Yeah.
Basically.
That's kind of crazy.
That's real shit.
Like,
Thanks,
that was
Park.
like a three-way. Like,
Yeah.
She said that three-way with a
Yeah.
three-way.
three-way.
I don't know how to feel about that.
Kind of a pause, but I'm gonna let it.
yeah.
I'm gonna let it
You let it
slide.
slide because
Let it
it was benign. It was a benign one.
Ooh, that's only 5 points, though.
Wow. Okay. I don't even know where we go from there. I mean,
Straight to the Hall of Fame, Joy. That's wrong.
Well, no, actually, though, let me ask you this though: Do you see anything wrong with them having a stripper in the suite?
I think strippers belong everywhere.
Thank you.
My nigga.
Well, I mean, because I don't. I'm liberal, and I was looking at some of my friends' comments, and I'm like, man, am I like a trash woman? Because it wasn't like I was impressed, but I'm like, it's nothing beyond like what I think would happen with somebody like Parquet at a Bulls game. Like if we were in Atlanta, that would have not been news. You know what I mean? Like, so it's interesting, like the culture of like dancers. And like she wasn't naked, right? Like she wasn't, and I put that picture up of the Lovables. Like the only difference is their shorts were covering their butts. But for the most part, the clothing was the same. They dancing down there. She dancing up here. They get their money in account. She getting her money thrown on her. I kind of,
You tried
you know.
That's good, though. I like that.
I'm not mad at it.
I mean, like I said, it wasn't the
And
first
she
time.
was wearing red. She was fly.
I'm sure
she
those
was
white
ready.
execs have been in those suites.
Yeah.
Doing something way more crazy. It just wasn't filmed. Let's
Yeah,
be clear.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Definitely
I'm
happy
not mad at it at all.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Chicago, man. That was legendary, man. And Parquet, the whole squad, and everybody, man. Good shit. You know what I'm saying? That was for the career.
Privacy, don't you? You get a suite for privacy reasons.
So
For
wait,
sure,
could you
know what I'm saying?
see inside of it though? Like,
Well, I think the issue was when she came outside the suite.
That's
so
it.
the seats in front, got the little plexiglass. So
Yeah.
they can see. And then they were throwing the money, so the money was
Right.
falling over that.
Right.
And then it really
That
brought
was it.
attention. It is what it is.
how much money went over the banister? Who got that?
And who gave it back?
Nobody.
Nobody.
So stop complaining, y'all. Dear Bulls, for people that do not like basketball, do not watch y'all, and been hating on y'all, and trash y'all since 96.
Oh my God! Now
since
everybody
96,
is looking
you know
at the
what I'm saying?
Bulls.
Right, exactly. Boom. Y'all brought them back in. Since Derrick Rose got hurt and left the Bulls, and he was no more good to us, y'all brought them back in. Now they got a reason to go to the goddamn United Center.
Wait, so do
Give
you,
Parquet a statue.
Hey!
do you think these types of antics would work to increase viewership of women's basketball?
Yes.
If there was like a
It had to be a WNBA player stripping.
Every man
What?
says.
Yeah. There's a few of them that's cute. I wouldn't mind seeing,
that, okay.
If you
What
will.
percentage
That
is that?
wasn't
Like,
what I
out of
was
100%?
implying,
It's
but
about 8%.
You see where his mind went?
About 8%.
8% of the league. you take down 8% of the league.
8%.
And he's being generous.
Yeah.
All of them are 6'3".
I'm locker room.
Well,
You an areola height.
That locker room be smell like JJ's fish on Pine and Chicago Avenue
Areola
after the
height, that's
game.
funny.
You an areola height.
That's all right, though. Yeah, man. All the guys always say, man, what would bring the WNBA more attention, more marketing is sex appeal.
Send
But you
Parquet
don't-
over there to the
You
WNBA.
don't want to over-sexualize, women anymore. They already sexualized or objectified. But in this case, I think men are right. But, the game has no appeal to the audience outside of the core fan base of female hoopers. That's the problem. The men's game does though.
But first of all, he's so gracious and not like you see something like that and you create like a story of how you think a person is going to sound when talking about it. Like this man is a businessman, right? He has a brand to protect just like everybody else. But also it's Chicago and we're Black and there's a culture to that. And I respect it.
This shit wouldn't have went viral like that if it was at this the Sky game. I mean, you know what I mean? The Sky.
Oh, the same team Kansas Parker left?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but whatever.
I fuck with them though. They can hoop.
Whatever, man. I think it was a dope moment. I did see some hate though. I did say, well, we should do better as a culture and this, that. What? What?
First of all, we should have never let Cowboys close down. We did ourselves a disservice in the Black community by not. It was a strip club. It was the best strip club.
We weren't better than Arnie's though. I'm sorry.
I like Cowboys better than Arnie's though. So that's why I'll say like that's my, like.
Yeah, man. Miss you, Arnie's, man.
Arnie's and Cowboys, rest in peace.
Rest in peace, goddamn it. You
already know. It was the motels, now it's the strip clubs.
Oh my God.
And the Skybox is gone too, right?
I'm not sure. I've since given my life to the Lord. I don't watch strippers.
Do you tip? Are you a tipper?
I don't do strip clubs.
If you're somewhere and there's somebody dancing,
with the tipper?
Are you a tipper?
If I'm going,
like a bachelor party or something, like, do you tip?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, all right.
I don't like strippers.
Yeah,
I don't like strip clubs. I go for the ambiance. I don't need the strippers dancing on me though. I don't need that.
Get your nasty ass away.
Why they gotta be nasty?
I don't.
True story. I was in Vegas one time.
I
got a lap dance in Vegas one time. Shorty from Sacramento. She was gorgeous. She was very nice.
How do you even know that?
I talked to her. Oh yeah, don't dance on me.
He was definitely trying to take her home.
I was not, bro.
And change her life.
Just trying to have a conversation.
You know what I did? True story right here though. She got done dancing on me. I went back to my room. I left them pants in Vegas, bro. I left them pants in Vegas. I did not bring the pants back to Chicago with me.
Why?
I don't do that.
Yeah, I don't. Feel that. It's okay.
It's true story.
But anyway, man, I don't want you.
She said why?
I don't want you to have a deep dive on the stripper culture. I think that's another
I'm not
conversation.
diving anywhere.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Move the conversation.
I missed the pants too.
Okay, all right.
I let the pants and I said, wow. And then it's over to you. Hostess with the mostest.
All right, that's cool. As long as you know.
You missed me, didn't you?
So also in the realm of the Bulls, we got two people going to the Hall of Fame from the Bulls. And I don't even know if we should really even count one, but they count Paul Gasol and obviously D Wade. I don't know if we can even count both of them because they both had a very short stint here. But
it counts. How can you not count it?
They didn't do any winning here at all.
Zero
winning.
So for y'all to count it, they would have to be winning.
When you get your jersey retired, you have paid dues, whether you want or not. Maybe you're a lifelong player from that team, like Udonis Haslem is with Miami Heat, but he actually won there. You're a lifelong player, you get retired. If you won championships with a team, you get retired, you get a statue, whatever. The Bulls are trying to claim two players that had very short stints here and didn't do any winning.
South Chicago
in actuality, I got pissed off when I saw this motherfucking shit. I say, you know who need the goddamn statue? Who need this shit retired? Benny the fucking Bull. That motherfucker been loyal to the Bulls through good, bad, thick, thin.
How many Benny Bulls you think we went through?
Maybe 6.
Damn.
Maybe 6 in my lifetime. Maybe 6. And now they got 3 that walk around the goddamn stadium now.
Are they retired or are they dead?
Hopefully all of them. It's the afterlife. Airlifting to the afterlife, goddamn it.
I'm trying to get Benny the Bull to come to Full Fest.
That'd be dope.
I'm trying to hear. That'd be funny as hell. Yo, man, because look at it, dog. When the Bulls were born and unwatchable, Benny run through that bitch, twerking, juking, footworking, you know what I'm saying, throwing popcorn on people, shoot a goddamn t-shirt gun. And now we have a new inductee. We got to induct him myself. We got to induct Parquet to the Hall of Fame for that shit. Absolutely. You retire his jersey, that motherfucker.
Give him a jersey.
Just put American Green on the back of that motherfucker.
Y'all gave one of my man Coach, well deserved. But then I looked up and they gave one to Tank and Valentine.
Tank?
Yes.
The same book?
Yes.
What?
They gave Tank and...
Will they do this during COVID?
Because they were performing at the UC and they literally gave them a jersey.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Huh. I hit Coach like, bro, get your mask.
Get your man.
You had a Hall of Fame bedroom episode that's a Tank song, though. You have to have to, bro.
Oh, Tank got that shit, but at the end of the day, he didn't earn a Chicago jersey. Let's be clear.
So what happens when you're in theAll of Fame? Do they retire your jersey from the last team?
You get happy endings.
For life.
What was that? Ain't no wood to knock on. Y'all stupid.
I definitely would. You can't knock on it.
Ever.
I'm pausing that. Y'all get on my nerves. Y'all had a little boy moment. Y'all wild.
Hey, also,
dumb as hell, though, dog.
Hey, I thought this was dope too, man. For the first time since 1968, we just had baseball season openers, and all 30 teams actually played the game.
That's crazy. It's a lot of TV.
Open the day, yeah.
I bet you every stadium was full.
And the Cubs are in first place.
Nice.
Like 2 games, ain't it?
1-0.
You know what else the Cubs did? The new pitch clock. Old boy Stroman was the first motherfucker to get a ball called to violate. He's the first person to violate that rule.
What is it? I have no clue what any of this is.
It's like a shot clock.
Yeah.
Oh, like you have X number of seconds to release the ball.
Pitchers used to could just sit there and do this all day until they get a whole pitch, like take 2 to 5 minutes. The game took 3.5 hours. So the committee came up with rules to speed the game up to bring fans back. To bring fans back, a pitch clock. So now you got to hurry and pitch that motherfucking ball. That's it.
Fair. Is it like that in bowling too?
I love bowling too, though. You bowl?
With a 5-pound ball and bumpers. I got to leave my license at the front to get like a 5-pound ball because people take them. And I got to play. I got to.
That's a real thing.
Yes, it is. I play. Yeah, I think my average is like a 59.
That's not okay.
I mean, I hit something.
My son is a avid life liver in the special needs community, and he gets bumpers and gets higher than a 50.
What are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say you got to do better than my son. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm not good at everything.
And he got the little heel joint. You put the ball on roll.
I need that too.
Hey,
your boss with it.
Did y'all hear about this story out of LA Dodgers? And I thought this was cool. And I feel like this was probably Magic's doing because, you know, he is part owner on some black shit. But there's a player. Let me get his name. Kevin Sullivan. He hasn't played. I'm sorry, no.
Andrew Toles.
He hasn't played since 2018.
Season 2.
He has schizophrenia and bipolar. So since 2018, the Dodgers give him a contract every year for $0 so he can keep the insurance. I thought it was fucking amazing because, you know, a lot of players after the game and the team no longer needs them, they throw them away. You use goods.
Right.
I thought that was an excellent gesture. I think more teams should do that, especially if we're talking, especially in football, right? When you talk about CTE and things of that nature. But for the team to do that and he's a black player. I just thought that was just the coolest shit ever.
That's cool.
And I was looking for room to hate, but I couldn't find any.
I found some room to hate.
Okay, let me hear that.
I found some fucking room to hate. You know what I'm saying? You'll give him a contract for the medical benefits. He didn't play long enough in the baseball world to receive a pension. He didn't. Okay, because when they found him, he was behind some building in like Oakland or Sacramento or something. He's behind the building. Somebody happened to recognize him. They found him like, hey man, this used to play for the Dodgers, right? They found the man and they gave him, he got arrested for trespassing as well too though. That's how he got found. He got arrested for trespassing behind the building. They identified him. They gave him back to his father. His father said, it's been a battle, you know. He's an adult. Sometimes he's okay, sometimes he's not. And that's the problem with mental health, you know what I'm saying? You never know when somebody's having a good day or a bad day or when they're in crises, you know what I'm saying? So I said crises, trying to be sexy. Crisis, you know what I'm saying? So
or literate.
Yeah, that too. You know what I'm saying? So the Dodgers stepped up, like he was saying, and gave him the contract to get him health insurance. Get him a few bucks too. You can afford it. Y'all are one of the highest earning sports franchises in North America. I'm not saying y'all have to. The health insurance y'all did a great thing for that man. Yeah. Health insurance is not cheap.
Still gotta pay a deductible. You know what I mean?
They take care of all that shit though, you know what I'm saying? Okay. They take care of all that shit, but get him a few dollars too though. Help his father out, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I know you don't have to, but it'd be nice. Y'all got it.
Yeah.
Y'all got it.
It's like who has it though? So his ex-teammates as well as the people who hired him. I think it takes the community and everybody has to be responsible for like, what is it that you have the capacity to give?
Well, I would venture to say that some players probably have helped him out because friend of the show, Fred, when he left Miami,
that's a big
one of the receivers, because he got into some shit over there in Miami, that's why he had to leave, go to Minnesota. One of the receivers, he had just signed a multi-million-dollar contract because Fred didn't know he was going to get picked back up. My man just cut him a check like, here, take this. You know
good shit.
So if he had a good rapport with some players, right? Yeah. I'm sure maybe he, got a little bag somewhere. Don't know, but it would be nice.
Yeah. What's the last person you all helped?
You.
I was no, for real. I was in overtime last week. I walked into Taco Maya next to Export. Sorry, I didn't say your name because I'm going to have to send me an invoice. But I walked to a food spot on 8th and State, right? And this guy now, you could tell he was hungry. He didn't want to ask anybody for nothing. You know what I'm saying? He put his head down. Medication probably needed. But he got up, frustrated, to walk out and say, hey, yo. Just like that. You know, I talk fast. He was like, what? I say, hey, you hungry? He said, yeah, man. You know, I say, man, you want a couple tacos? He said, yeah, I'll just take one. That's enough, man. You ain't got to do it. I said, man, get this man 3 tacos, get him chips and guac, chips and salsa. You want a burrito? Go with you. That's what I do with my little money, though, my little change. I work hard. If you don't give, how can you ever expect to receive?
Yeah.
I know at some point in my life, I needed somebody to give to me. My parents had it, but, you know, they couldn't give me everything I needed when I was out in this world, you know what I'm saying? Because some things parents can give you have to learn and get on your own, you know what I'm saying? You have to build on your own through connections, people, and relationships. Even through good deeds, you know what I'm saying? So when you need somebody, whether you know them or not, that good deed goes a long fucking way, man. And I've been doing that since I got on this fucking job, man. It hurt my heart to see homeless motherfuckers in the wintertime. That shit burns me the fuck up. Because it's extremely cold. They have nothing. Their immune system got to be on fucking point, though. I'm like, God damn. I've never seen them in the hospital for sickness or for injuries and shit, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I always find certain people or people that look destitute, you know, or sometimes you get put into a place for, I'm sorry, yo, you get put into a place for a reason. I think that day, I never go over there for overtime. Never. I said, man, let's go over here today, man. You know, boom, boom, boom. So my man, he walked at that motherfucker doing the Holy Ghost. I said, well, hold on. You got footwork strength off these tacos? Okay, go ahead, man. Yeah. Do that.
And I mean, love does that. You know, like it wasn't just the food, but somebody seeing you and somebody like giving to you without making you feel some kind of way. Like people that take photos, like watch me give.
I don't like that.
And like turn it into
viral,
you know,
viral
that's kind of predacious a little bit.
What's the word?
Predacious.
That baby cooking. That's 11.
I was going to go 9, but fuck it, 10.
Thank you.
Man,
I
10.
appreciate that.
You studied before you.
You know what?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm ready to help people, especially like my friends. And so what I started doing.
Spirit, though.
Yeah, but I also have to. There's a line, right, that you can't give what you don't have, and you always have to give from overflow. And so I realized, like, our friends get in a jam, and people feel some kind of way about money. My father always taught me, you don't loan money, you give it. And so I set $500 aside a year for my friends. And if somebody needs up to $100, it's yours. Because
once a year?
Once a year.
Okay. So you got 5 good friends?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And not everybody asks for it, right? Mm-hmm. But when my friends get into a jam,
does it build up year after year? Let's say I don't ask you for 3 years. No. Do I have a $300 credit?
No, it's first come, first serve.
That's not a bad question, though.
Yeah, if it renews. Like once you ask me for money, like okay, I shot you that 100.
So I don't get it the 100 the next year?
Yeah, you're eligible next year.
Okay.
And then I also set aside $500 for my friends that have businesses. And so there are some people where an extra $100 is going to mean that they can table at an event as a vendor. And so working with my friends that are right there that can't get a micro loan, working with them to kind of finance some of their business opportunities, because that's what we have to do. Like $100 can go a long way for somebody. But people have given me more than $100 worth of food, of smoke, of drinks, of comp materials, of putting me on to people. Like that's the least I can do when my people need is to make sure like I got you.
I like that. Thank you.
Hey, really quickly though. Also, I got to give Parkett another shout out. That boy circulated the black dollar.
Yes.
Facts.
I swear to God, I just thought you circulated the black dollar. Well, you did all kind of winning right there.
Yeah.
All kind of winning, man.
Let me run this ad for Dion, man. Shout out to Dion, man.
What up, dog?
Dream Deliveries stabilizes quality and access by offering fresh produce straight to the doorstep of the Chicagoland residents that it serves. Being environmentally conscious, Dream Deliveries is consistent in reducing waste by sending packaged, pre-measured fruits and vegetables to households in need and struggling with food security.
www.Dion'sChicagoDream.com or search at Dion's Chicago Dream on all social media platforms. Again, that's www.Dion'sChicagoDream.com or search at Dion's Chicago Dream, again with an S, on all social media platforms. Feed families, create community, and fuel hope.
Old Fed. Sorry.
Yeah, shout out to Dion, man, as always. Also, man, I didn't want to kick the show off like this, but I have to give a huge rest in peace to brother Antoine Muhammad, aka TWONE GABZ.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, man.
You missed that.
Cancer came and got him. He beat it once, killed him, knocked him out, got back in the ring with him, and he lost his battle. And it was tough, right? Because know that brother for a long time, man, and just as solid as they come. You know what I mean? When you give you the shirt off his back, willing to chop it up with you, just a hell of a man. You know what I mean? Just like a man's man. You know, good dude to be around, full of energy, full of knowledge. And he was a hell of an artist. And I want to, his last project, what is it? Holy Breath, I believe. Let me, because I don't want to, let me get this right. Before I do that though, I got to play one of my favorite joints from him because I owe him this. This shit was crazy when it came out. Let me just let this rock. TWONE G. I gotta have it. I represent the have-nots. Niggas in the pissing contest and they don't have pots. They don't got a window, they could throw it out of either. Attitude is I don't give a damn like a bunch of beavers. Some complacent with the place they in. Good spirit, unhappy with the face they in. I tell them love life, God ain't had to give you one. You say you had a bad day, nigga, try missing one. They say I'm edgy, rough, perforated. I can't stomach the truth, I regurgitate it. This ain't rap, this Earl music. Nigga with an attitude, easy E, Jerry Curl music. Niggas broke in the shot and they hats is. If they hats cop, best know that they gas is. Drinking 211, can't afford tap beers. Pussies get checked on the block, get pap smears. Now I ain't never plugged, I still electrify. I never sold coke either, I'm a Pepsi guy. But anybody know TWONE, they can testify. Ain't nobody sick as me, them cats got techno shots. I'm new to y'all, but the wisdom make me old, dog. My flow dumb as hell, I'm a Mr. Know-It-All. They say my smile light the room up. Then it darkens when I frown, then I invite the goons up. Drama, man, that ain't even what I'm about, homie. Hood treat me like a bus, they just looking out for me. Told me, man, Gabs, gon' do your thing. I see you, pursue your dreams, Martin Luther King. I used to smoke plain weed, never burnt right. Man, I stayed gone, never purchased a return flight. So out of here that you could wave your hand by. I was trying to get there like I flew standby. Every time you see him say, he off that E&J. Accept me for what you see, like you won a VMA. But it's more good than it's bad with me. And I got the right click like a mouse pad with me. Look how I play with words, I got wordplay. I'm so serious, I don't even say the wordplay. Cause verbally, I'm a verb bully. Please raise your bars, I get you a verb pulley. Yeah, that joint called a bully, man. You know what I'm saying?
Let's start rapping right there.
Yeah.
Start rapping.
Man, I don't even know where to start with, man. I can't get enough of this. When I first heard it, I went crazy. Like, brother, you got one. You know what I mean? It's like he had a situation with Def Squad or Eric Sermon and all them. And he was just moving, man. Very close with Minister Farrakhan. He was a Muslim as well. 2 kids, you know, excellent father, man. He was working on his last project in LA with no ID, you know. Shout out to Sick One. Sick One is his favorite producer. Shout out to his DJ B-side. But yeah, man, it was tough. It was tough, man. So the whole community has been coming out for him and, you know, giving him his flowers and things of that nature. But, you know, fuck cancer at the end of the day, man.
Yeah,
and, you
absolutely.
know, and when he came on the show, this is still in early Zoom days during COVID. And we just did a whole piece on him with mental health. I mean, not mental health, mental awareness for men. Yeah. And I'm you good. I'm gonna put a little montage together and drop that because he deserves that, man.
Thanks.
Yeah. So rest in peace, brother, man. Love you, miss you, man.
That was nice.
It's an honor and pleasure to meet him. An honor and pleasure to meet him. You know what I'm saying? Knowing survivors, you can relate and have empathy when you lose a soldier but you also appreciate the ones that, are still fighting a good fight and still bringing awareness and still, the color is pink, for, was it breast cancer? And that's another color, I think, for C-word, period, you know what I'm saying? But just, like my mom saying, I can't put nothing else on what he said or add nothing to it, man. But it was just, prayers, condolences, strength to the family, to the friends, to the loved ones, man.
Yeah, and go download Holy Breath, man. Run the numbers up for me.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Oh man, that's tough, man. Low key been sulking a little bit. I can't even lie to you.
I guess sending love to everybody who's lost someone to cancer recently. Going through it is not easy. Watching people lose loved ones, like you wake up and the next thing you know, it's like, what? You see everything on social media, and that's hard because you go from like, oh, it's a beautiful day to, oh my God, like this person is no longer here. And so I think the one thing I love about that track is it's a reminder to live on purpose, and with purpose, that this time is not guaranteed. We make all these plans for the future, and all you have is the moment right the fuck now. That's it. That's it. That's all.
Big facts, man. I mean, not to stay in this space, man, but I mean, fuck, we had another mass shooting.
We did.
When is it gonna stop, man?
What you think about it, bro?
We've covered
how many now?
Yeah, countless, right? And I'm on record saying, look, this won't be the first. Well, it ain't the first, and it ain't gonna be the last. And I believe is it in the UK? They adopted some law, right? That they've had one mass shooting, and after that one mass shooting, they haven't had any since. And Steve Kerr's father, I believe, was a part of that shooting. He got shot and killed. And since then, they haven't had one. So whatever it is that they're doing or whatever their laws and how they stop mass shooting, I don't know why the U.S. won't adopt that blueprint. And here we are again, mass shooting after mass shooting, mass shooting after mass shooting. This white girl go in here and you kill the babies, man. Like for me, this isn't a white and black thing. Like I wanted to even pull that card, but it's no place for it here. Like you taking babies out of here, bro.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just not okay. Right. And then her, I guess, inbox to her friend was something bad's going to happen. You're going to hear about it and all this type of shit. What mental health is real, right? Mental illness is real. From what I understand, she didn't have any priors. She didn't have a history of
fucked up too.
For sure, right? So then I saw somebody say, there was a black Democrat. He was going off at somebody in the courthouse, and a white Republican walked past him. He was like, "Well, what are you saying? What are you talking about?" He's like, "Man, I'm talking about these mass shootings and these killings. We get this has to stop." And the white guy says, "Well, this is why we want to arm our teachers and our staff." Like that doesn't stop mass shootings, right? I'm an armed teacher. Someone comes in there. I'm not trained to necessarily shoot the gun for real. I'm not trained for war. It's wartime. What the fuck does that have to do with guns and children? And it's forever going to be a problem because clearly guns probably finance this entire nation, right? Guns and drugs finance the nation. They're not going to stop this shit. And they're willing to sacrifice moms, dads, children, grandparents, blacks, white, it doesn't matter. It's about the dollar. It's about the green almighty dollar. And it's sad when these things happen, especially when you get kids involved. And I don't see it stopping.
Yeah, I don't see gun violence slowing down at all in our nation, especially when it's so easy to get one. Like when cannabis passed in Illinois, I was like, oh great, we can sell Indiana weed and they can sell us guns. Right? Like it is a commodity. I always wonder what is going on in someone's head to feel privileged enough to take a life, right? Because we do have instances where it is legal to take a life. There are people who are empowered to do so. First responders, for example, police officers. Like when people talk about shootings with police, I'm like, you do know that the law empowers them to act in that way, right? So if you don't want that to happen, the first point, the first part is to change legislation to restrict how it is someone is legally allowed to perform their job duties. Legislation is at the basis of everything that we do. And so people are trying to protect their right to bear arms. People don't want background checks. I don't understand why. I am uncomfortable with somebody that has mental health issues owning a weapon. I just have that. I have a problem with that. I have people who are, domestic violence abusers, or, like people who have shown violent tendencies should not have weapons. But people feel like, well, it's their right. So in a nation where everyone gets to voice their opinion and lobby for the lifestyle and access to the things that they feel are their American rights, like, that's the problem that we have. We don't really understand how to use legislation to protect ourselves. It's hard, like looking at mass shootings and being in a city where people are being murdered by our own people. Like, gun violence is just something that I think that's my biggest fear, is a bullet will take me out from somebody it's not even meant for me, but because of fragile egos, people's feelings being hurt, people not feeling like they're not understood and they don't know how to deal with it. We are a very emotional society, and people can't take no. They can't take, being violated or being lied on or lied to. And we're just hypersensitive, and we think that taking a life in violence is the way to feel that control again, and it's not.
I agree with everything you guys said. And it's funny you said gun violence, because in my mind, I separate gun violence from mass shootings, because gun violence, a lot of times, that's a act in the crime of proximity. Mass shootings, and gun violence can also be spontaneous. So you see somebody on site, you know what I'm saying? Boom, boom. I ain't planning to shoot you this day, but boom, boom, I see you. Now I gotta get you before you get me. Mass shootings, these motherfuckers have manifestos.
It's a planned attack.
Right. They've sent messages to their friends, you know what I'm saying? They've loaded up artillery for months. She legally purchased how many guns before she did this? Rifles. And let me be clear, because they put our face and our race on our crimes and our sexuality.
The verbiage and this shit. Yeah, talk that shit. Yes.
I'm glad that CNN said, hey, a transgender committed this act. That took the flag up to me. I'm looking like, damn, they said that on TV? Channel 9 said it. I turned to Fox. I turned to all these goddamn channels.
That's interesting. It was missing on some information too, because I'm like, wait, like, is it a teen? What's the race? Like, what are the? So it wasn't consistent. There wasn't consistent reporting of this person's identity.
Because so many news outlets, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that some gonna miss it conveniently because they have agendas, and some don't. You know what I'm saying?
But it was a transgender woman.
Yeah, it's transgender woman. Yes.
Trans woman. Okay, so born a male.
No, he said trans. I'm sorry. Let me not get that incorrect. She said transgender.
Okay, so we don't know.
So she wanted
to be a boy.
Yeah, she was living as a
man.
She was living. Okay, so a trans man.
Trans man. See, I got that right. You know what I'm saying? But also in here, I watched that video. She drove past the playground full of kids. I said them kids got lucky. To watch her shoot the
to go in the building
out, to go in. That's what I'm looking like, man. My heart dropped a little bit, because I know people that did not wake up that morning expecting that to be the last time they see a loved one, hug a loved one, say I love you. You know what I'm saying? They went to school to learn, do a job, or whatever the fuck was on their mind. They went to school to do that shit, though. Bitch, you killed the motherfucking janitor. What the fuck did the janitor do to you?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Well, did they clean the washroom good enough?
They did everything to protect those kids.
They did a lot.
They did doors were locked, and this person forcibly moved herself into that building to do this. And that's a great point, that she passed people on the way.
She did. You know what I'm saying? So everything she wanted was inside. She had tunnel vision. It was a very common thing. She had tunnel vision, that I'm going to go here to this structure and harm anyone that's in there. The police acted because of Uvalde. The next mass shooter knew they could not fuck this up. They would get scorched. You know what I'm saying? But I went here, though. You motherfuckers can try to ban books from Capitol Hill. But y'all can't try to ban these assault rifles, these assault weapons. That, to me, there's no real need for a citizen. If you're not a big game hunter, you should have a special license for that. Big game hunter, why the fuck do you need an AR, an AK? Why do you need anything?
Anything with A.
That shoot that high capacity round in rapid fire. You don't need that. Handguns are just enough, you know what I'm saying? And half you motherfuckers don't need that shit, though. You can try to fight. You can fight critical race theory. You can fight teaching our black babies their heritage and history, whether it's good or bad, but you don't want to fight, these weapons that can take out crowds. Just think about the Las Vegas shoot, the country festival. How many people they got mowed down. They got mowed down,
that
bro.
was wild.
Like
I thought
fucking
things would
Call
change
of
after
fucking
that.
Duty. I knew it wouldn't change. You know why? Because it's the early on. Hey, you know who was in office when that happened? Well, no, stop. That boy, he hit the gas on that shit and stomped it out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, the answer to that is, I don't know. There's really no end to that shit, though. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you one thing, though. I'm getting mine this summer. The end. I'm getting mine this summer. I've been slacking on getting mine, the last 2 years. I don't need, I got 3 heads. I'm cool. I can shoot. I'm a fucking surgeon with my shit. You know what I'm saying? But this summer, I'm getting my shit before they outlaw it. I'm going to have one. In the end. All the shit I just talked, I'm getting mine.
Wait, but do you know what would change if all of us got one? If black people increased purchase of those weapons, laws would change.
Background checks.
Yeah, like...
Well, in Memphis, you're allowed to carry an assault rifle.
Yeah, so imagine...
Right? Like literally... You at the mall with it wrapped around your book bag, whatever. Like 18-year-olds walk around with big boy guns.
But so what I'm saying is,
what you're saying is
imagine if 50% of black people in Memphis decided we gonna pull it
and walk down the street with it. You're going to see everyone shit a brick. If we did a movement of, let's see if we can get 100,000 black people to get what is it, a FOIA, FOID card. How the state of Illinois will flag that shit? Like, wait, so suddenly 90% of Cook County is trying to get a gun. Yeah, nah, we got to get in front of this. So if Detroit did it, St. Louis did it, if Cleveland did it, Chicago did it, Waukegan did it, Rockford did it. If the counties with the most black people decided, like, if we just had 25% of us get an FOID card, watch this nation be like, yeah, fuck this. Immediately, we are the game changer in this. Believe me.
Can we talk about Jim Crow 2.0 out in Mississippi?
Sippy Mippy.
In my crooked eye, crooked eye. You know what I mean? That's my shit.
Talk about that broke ass city. Let's talk about that broke ass city.
Let's do this, man.
That city broke all the way around, bro. Broken laws.
Aren't all the black people in Jackson?
My God.
Let me play this clip.
Will we have a bill like this without history?
History.
Where you say solving the problem is taking the vote away from black people.
Yep. A Jim Crow-style law was passed by the Mississippi House, where a conservative, mainly white, supermajority in the state house voted to create a separate court system and expand a police force within the city of Jackson, the blackest city in America. 83% of voters in Jackson are black. However, they will get no say in how these new positions will be filled. All statewide elected offices are currently occupied by whites. No black Mississippian has held statewide office since the brief period of Reconstruction after the Civil War. 1/3 of Mississippi's population is black, yet the state has only one black congressman due to gerrymandering. This is one of at least 8 other bills that have come up in the state legislature targeting Jackson. After public outcry, the Senate passed an amended bill that instead gave the Capitol Police jurisdiction over Jackson and allowed for 5 state-appointed judges instead of a separate court.
Right, blah, 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 blah.
Trash, bro.
Blah, 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 right?
Trash.
Go ahead, take off. Just take off.
This is what you do when you think places are forgotten.
Okay.
You go do all the fuckery down there and see how it's a testing zone. You know what I'm saying? It's a fucking testing zone, man. You know, y'all water already fucked up. Brett Favre, already did what he did. Each state is given, I think, this is maybe when our group chats, or maybe I saw somewhere else though. Each state is given funds to spend on like families that ain't got shit, they broke. Forgive me if I don't know the political term. You know what I'm saying? It's not welfare, it's something else. Mississippi gets $286 million. They spent like $285,000. They spent nothing. What the fuck you do with that money?
They spent 10% of the budget?
Less than that. That's
1%, excuse me.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
That's I think it's the right number I gave you then. It's like 1% they spent on the people that actually need it.
Yeah.
It's called TANF.
TANF.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? Mississippi just all fucked up. Don't go down there. Don't move there.
Don't ever move there.
Don't shop the. Don't ever move there. Biloxi got a fucking casino. Don't go down there. You know what I'm saying? They're not doing nothing for you, bro. Fucking, that's one step away from just saying, "Hey, come here, boy."
Facts.
Yeah, there are states south of the Mason-Dixie line that I do not know why it is in this day and age we will continue to invest in any sort of way. Like, wow, when I have family in Mississippi, and even when my kids are going to college, I'm like, look, I don't want to invest in sending you to a red state. Like, I understand that we got HBCUs there, but again, I want to disinvest in systems of oppression, and that is one of the ways to do it. Is like where I send my kids to college. Watching that happen in Mississippi, and then looking what's happening up here in Illinois, like, we swear to God, we got it better. You know what I mean? Like, you look at a place like Alabama, where Black people. So if you can't afford to fix your septic system and you're double wide, nigga, you go to jail.
Yo, say double wide again?
Double wide. They put you in jail. You feel me? If you cannot afford to fix your septic system, you go to jail. And that's in 2023. And here in Illinois, we have elected officials that, disinvest in Black communities that look like us. And it's rampant everywhere that we are. I just wonder, what is it going to take for us to have a collective consciousness for what is the Black American agenda? Literally, what is it? Where do we spend our money? Where do we send our kids to get educated? Where do we operate our businesses and pay taxes? Where do we purchase our homes and pay taxes? Because you might not vote with your actual ballot, but every dollar you spend is a vote. So on some and where you work at as well, who you choose to.
Money in Mississippi though.
I think Dr. Umar said it best, to your point, right?
Oh, come on, it's some fire right here. Come on, Umar.
Black schooling,
Black banking,
Black
dollar circulating,
Black business,
Black love,
right? The whole nine, the whole gamut is Black.
Yeah.
Right. And I heard McKinley say,
who?
McKinley
Adidapo.
He said one day that he wanted to go to, I think he wanted to go to school, and his father was like, nah.
Oh, yeah.
That's not a good representation of what
the world
is.
Really is.
Right? And that's true.
It makes sense, though.
But if we do build an infrastructure that's all Black all the time, we no longer need everything else that's on the outside.
They're going to blow that shit up again.
So so this is the part about being Black that is so impressive to me. Like, they wouldn't let us go to school. We're like, fuck it, we'll build our own.
Start food working.
They wouldn't let us, publish in their papers. We're like, we're going to create our own.
We start rapping.
Right? Like, they wouldn't let us perform in their theaters. We're going to build our own.
Stripping.
So
they won't give us Academy Awards and Grammys.
So Jay haven't made his own.
We got or we get the BET joint. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like, there's a separate world, and we've shown that we can operate just fine. But that's also, I don't think that that's our position as Black Americans, looking at places that we can actually help with with the privilege that we have being in this type of democracy. And it is hard fought. This is not something that comes easy, but we are privileged in a sense of what it is that we have access to try to do. There are other countries that are still struggling with the same issues and tensions between political parties, and they're the same race, right? Like, so it's not like we're absolved of those struggles. No, I'm just saying, like, it's not unique to Black American experience to have policies that fuck with us.
I won't push back on that. How pompous are we as a nation where we can't adopt other countries' ways that actually work for the issues that we have? Right?
Because it's not about solving the issues.
It's not. America is a money grab for the rest of the world, bro. You know how much of America owns? Like none.
Yeah,
we in debt. Our debt is tremendous in America. Illinois' debt is tremendous to the rest of. What the fuck? Well, hey, our credit is trash. America's credit is trash. They made a move. Several countries made a move to where they're trying to put gold above their dollar as far as the currency for the world. If that happens, if Saudi Arabia, see this that wormhole at work, go down the wormhole, you pay attention to wormhole. The wormhole at work, her. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck about her? You know what I'm saying? Fuck, I ain't gonna try to skip over that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Herbert face ass.
Man.
But if Saudi Arabia says, fuck it, we'll stop making a transaction of oil for the dollar, America in trouble. America's fucking in trouble. We got to do something, you know what I'm saying? So why we worried about banking Black, loving Black, investing in Black, stopping divesting from Black because we need a foundation we also have to worry about America losing this foundation in the world. And what would we be then? Because some people always say, hey, man, Black Americans really don't have a place to go back to. If the country fell apart, Irish can go back to Ireland. Some say, you know, Asians come back to their respective parts of Asia, you know what I'm saying? Mexico, Puerto Rico. Well, Black folks, we going to stay in the ocean swimming.
I keep saying that
we're going to Wakanda. Fuck you mean?
Black Americans are like the one created people.
Do whoop the ass with water.
Water is powerful, okay?
Don't get us started.
You're not going to whoop Black Panther with no goddamn water.
Yes, you can.
You cannot. What about water and soap then?
What?
He tried it, but continue.
We're the only people without no land, no water. No, you know, like we literally are a created people made of multiple other, you know, races and ethnicities.
And traumas.
And to be a reflection of everybody, and the only thing we fighting for is to be breathing in a Black body. I kind of see that as a bit divine. Because everybody's so distracted on what's theirs. Like, this is my land. And we don't know what that means. You know, like we transition through the landscape. So there's no ownership and no fight to hold on to, you know, we try, but it also doesn't work for us. And I think that's something I'm learning to embrace. Like, I'm okay with seeing the creation of my culture and the understanding traditions and how some traditions are toxic and no longer belong. You do have people who are a part of cultures where there is no evolution. It's just a new iteration, a new generation. You can't, we've been doing this for 300 years. Well, you're killing bitches. You probably should stop killing the bitches, right? Like, but we've been killing bitches since the beginning of time. Well, you know what? It's 2023. You shouldn't cut clitorises off, right? Like, maybe we should stop that. Like, there are and I'm just saying that there are traditions that should be phased out, and to be a part of a culture where we get to create it and kind of live in it real time and see what works and what doesn't work. I think a lot of other cultures kind of push back on, we're holding on to our heritage. So I think that's
we should. What the fuck you mean?
No, but that also could work against you. So what I'm saying is that I'm learning to embrace all of the things about being Black, about like when we made the flag, I was like, oh, we made our flag.
Well, let some green stew. You know what I'm saying? Said, that old Black motherfucking woman was like, hey man, these greens not ready yet? Keep sold them off the flag.
When they made Kwanzaa, right? Like, I was like, this lame as hell. We make it our own holidays, but it's like, what do you think? Where do you think tradition
starts? Two things can be true though, man. Two things can be true. We can hold on to our heritage and start to embrace others, because when we embrace other cultures, I'm gonna tell you something, we see what the fuck they've taken from us. That's how I look at it. We see what the fuck you've used us for and maybe put your own spin on. I'm sorry, that's how I look at it, you know what I'm saying? Because there aren't too many things I see out here that aren't influenced by us, especially in modern America.
And then we take that shit back and make jerk chicken egg rolls.
For sure, fire.
We just appropriate, like, we gonna and put mouse sauce on there.
Is the spot still open right down
Madison? Chicago Avenue. Chicago Avenue.
No.
The egg roll lady?
Yes. She was on Madison right before Central, right before you get to
egg roll lady?
Right before Leamington's.
You talking about what's his name? You talking about Three Kings jerky.
Yeah.
They fine. They might be closed, but the egg roll explosion lady in Chicago Avenue, just west of Central Park, Shorty got it smacking in there.
Yeah. Okay, so craft service, if you can hear me over there, egg rolls next week.
Mama.
So Abasi, who's craft service.
Yeah. Make sure I want a Philly cheesesteak joint.
5. Southwestern joint.
I do
5.
Shrimp,
steak,
and a buffalo.
Let's just do a flight. Do a flight egg roll.
That's cool.
If I go and say, give me a flight of your egg rolls, he'd be like, hey fam, what the fuck you talking about? What the fuck you about? You know what I'm saying? Send me off like that. You know what I'm saying?
Let's recognize Black excellence.
Oh, thank you.
I knew you was gonna do that shit. I knew it. I fucking knew it. I knew it.
Okay,
we talking about me?
Yes, we are not.
Oh.
But no, real shit. Let's recognize you. You've been putting out some dope work. Your articles have been crazy.
Oh, thank you.
And that actually kind of brings me to my next point. Dealing with the mayoral.
That's close.
Yeah, get it out.
Mayoral.
Like oral.
Mayoral.
He was a nasty ass little nigga.
He's not lying. You just did that. Okay, now
you gotta relax.
All right, now come on now.
Her cash app is
$ Mila LOVE Mars.
All right, mayoral. Did I say it right?
Yeah, it's close enough. Come on.
It's like what's the governor name?
Pritzker.
I don't know why you save him. Don't save him.
Ours don't roll.
Drowning.
Yeah,
I'm a lifeguard. I say yeah.
We gotta talk. Me and Kenny gotta have a talk with that.
Captain Saber.
Let him drown in that name. He is a rest haven.
Captain Saber. Like, man.
You tried.
That was terrible.
You tried.
They're like,
yeah. You know what? Just cause. You know what I mean? No. So in this election runoff, right? It's crunch time now. You writing that article.
Yeah.
Where are you at with that? Vallas versus Johnson.
I notice I always take deep breaths. Where am I at? So
what have you seen? What do you feel?
I have definitely heard and can confirm that there are people, Black people, who have said and are fine with, I'm voting because he's Black. That's it. Don't care about the politics.
That's typical though. That's typical.
So
every race does that though.
So there are people where it's just like it doesn't matter, right? And then there are people who are really gung-ho about Vallas's failures in public school systems. And I think that's where my tension is, because there's no acknowledgement or recognition of what actually worked well, because we were in Vallas and look at who we are. So a part of me is looking at this person. Yeah, like everything wasn't 100% bad. And I think to have Black students who are now business owners, elected officials, actors, writers, who came from CPS at that time, that we cannot let that be erased. Whatever happened that did work, acknowledge it, because it helped make Black professionals. It's not saying that it's perfect, but I was kind of getting a little irritated. Like, stop acting like everybody that fucking came from CPS is trash. I don't like that. Like, no one has acknowledged, despite the flaws and failures of this school, Black Chicago is and will continue to be one of the swaggiest, dopest, most influential. Like, I don't like that we're erased from that. And unfortunately, it's because of who is running for office. And I'm like, I'm gonna stand up for my people. Like, we dope as hell and we figured it out. And so whoever's in office next, how do we turn around and look at what our responsibility is as Black professionals who came up in a system that was broken, and make sure that whoever the fuck is our mayor does what we believe should be done for these students to get an opportunity to live a lifestyle a little easier than what we had it to be who we are today.
So what do you say to
I'm confused.
Someone that's looking at this race, this runoff? What do you say to someone who says to you, all right, Milo, all that shit is great, what you just said, but bottom line is Vallas is a racist and Johnson is Lori 2.0.
What do you mean? What do I say?
What do you say? What do you say to
that? Okay. I mean, it's the only other thing I could do is have them express how they've put together the information to say that this person is a racist and this person is Lightfoot. Because I wouldn't know. You know, everybody has how it is they put information together. I think I blew somebody's mind when I was like, okay, we got a cat from Elgin and we got a white Chicagoan. And she was like, wait, what? I thought he was from Chicago. I'm like, no, he wasn't raised in this city.
Yeah, Elgin doesn't count.
Elgin does not
Johnson,
count,
let's
right?
be clear.
And so
when you come on the show,
he lives in Chicago, but he didn't. So one thing you know about a Chicagoan, when we talk, what's the first thing we start talking about?
These nuts.
Basketball.
We talk about something from the crib, right? Like what high school, what community you grew up in, like something to anchor you like in the city. And so what you notice is that doesn't come out. And so he's not a Chicagoan. We just had somebody, Johnson, he's from Elgin. So we just had a mayor that was Chicago-ish, right? Like lived in the city, worked in the city, but wasn't from the city. So what does Black leadership look like when they're not homebred Chicagoans and understand the nuances of what it was like to grow up in the city, the programs and the projects, your parents actually be, a police officer and go to the public library. You don't have that experience. You have it as an adult, which is a little different. So I can see how somebody can look at Johnson and make the comparison, not just because of like his politics, but just like, the framework of him is an outsider coming in to make decisions.
You can only go off what you've seen, what you know, what you've heard. And I think both candidates are not to my liking. But when somebody tells me overtly that they have a disdain for Black people through their verbiage, through their own podcasts, their own quotes, to me, what you did to schools and Black communities, you don't get my vote. You don't get to say, how do black kids go home and how do they be successful when they go home and look at unsuccessful parents? Why you painting us all with a broad brush? Fam, fuck you. Period. You know what I'm saying? And because black people grew up and got to be doctors, lawyers, entrepreneurs, whatever the fuck they was during the Vallas reign, that don't mean he don't get credit for that shit. Because these people you don't know if these people would have been these things anyway. You know what I'm saying? So how do you get credit for something that was ordained, something that was destined? You really can't do that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't give a fuck where people are from. I'm a Chicago native, born and bred. I throw the W up all across the fucking world. You know what I'm saying? I say Joe. I say with my mama. I do all that shit. Let me give you a motherfucking confession. I used to love Chicago. I don't love it no more. Chicago has beaten the fuck out of me. It has beaten me. I've given damn near 20 years of service to the city. When I started this job, I did my job. The victims, I'm definitely helping. Crime, I'm definitely chasing and fighting it. You know what I'm saying? Babies, you better leave them alone. See your citizens, I'll fuck you up over grandma and grandpa. You know what I'm saying? But to see actually see the urban side, the ghetto shit, the hood shit, then to see how they play behind the political line, the thin blue line, which is non-existent now, you know what I'm saying? To see that shit, it's like, bro, this motherfucking city it is so bad that all you have to hold on to is your heritage. You know what I'm saying? What you know. While trying to embrace the growth, because you see what gentrification does. Someone always loses in gentrification. Someone always loses. I don't give a fuck about the kumbaya shit. There's no shot at you. I'm talking about the love fest. Somebody always loses. If we could share everything and someone not take a loss, I'd be all for it. I'm tired of seeing people that look like me always lose. I'm tired of being lumped in with everybody else that's not doing okay. I'm tired of motherfucking drill being representative of you, and you. Drill's not my representative. I grew up on backpack rap. I grew up on R&B. Basement house parties, all this shit. Now they having basement motherfucking gang parties. It was always there though, but you know what I'm saying? Back to that's also politics of Chicago. That's the street politics. Because you've been taught the politics of Chicago since you've been a fucking baby. You know what block not to walk down or go through, where to stay away from. When you get older, it just goes to a corner office, to a campaign. So I would say this to people voting. Just do your homework, do your research. Everything she said, take that shit 100%, run with it. Do your homework. Everything he feels about politics, which he doesn't really give a fuck about politics, don't listen to him. All right? Go do your homework and shit, man. But to tie someone's worthiness, to tether, I won't say tether because it makes me feel smart, to tether someone's worthiness to their origin or what they can do to their origin for a city, what they can do for a city, to tether the origin to somewhere else, where it's just like, it's not fair to me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think we had a terrible slate to choose from this year, in my opinion. The one guy I would have voted for, they said he was too young, and that was Mr. Green. I like where he was going, what he was saying. They say he needed experience, and I had to check some people at the voting place. You know, I do work the elections, and to me, it's a pleasure helping people do the right thing and make sure their ballots filled out right, go to the right places, make sure everything is done right. So therefore, if I can help avoid a scandal, my little 2% does nothing, but to me, it's a big deal. And $500 don't help you. It don't hurt you, though, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I mean, just like, you just got to get the right person. Like she was saying, too, though, whoever we get, hope they get it right. But we have a long history of motherfuckers not getting it right in Chicago. Politicians, or no matter what level it is, a police boss, FOP boss, just not getting it right. Because once you get up under the umbrella and you win, guess what? The machine influences you so much, guess what happens? We heard that.
So, doesn't it say a lot about Vallas and or Johnson by the people that back him, right?
Nah, people can be bought, bro.
So to that point, Vallas got backed by y'all not the superintendent, Kuchikat, what's his name?
The police union.
No, yeah, Vallas did by John Kuchikat.
John Kuchikat.
Yeah, who's an asshole, by the way. You're an asshole, dirty reverse.
And, you know, again, known racist.
Yep. He files beefs against other police officers, bro. Who does that?
So my thing is,
no reason to.
If I'm going into something very simplistic just to minimize everything, again, it's the lesser of two evils, right?
I hate that saying.
It is, right? So it's almost the other saying, I would rather know the devil I'm with than the one I don't know, right? If I know that this guy is a racist, it's on record. He said some racist shit.
Say he has a racist tone. You call him racist. Okay, yeah, you're a grown man.
He said some racist shit, right? Which means even if, you know,
you're right. I'm trying to be nice.
You aren't a full-blown racist. At the end of the day, what is a full-blown racist? You said some racist shit. You have it in your blood. You have the propensity to be racist against black folks. So that's a problem for me. Now, Johnson, I don't even give a fuck if he's from LG. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't care,
right?
You know.
What I do have a problem with is him talking about taking 150 million out of policing, right? Now he can try, probably won't succeed.
He said that he didn't say that.
He did say that.
No, he definitely said
Well, listen to what I just said.
Okay.
He went on record and said that he never said that.
Well, so and this, the politics it gets so nasty. I saw the clip. They actually went and found the clip. He was on some like AM radio station, and they put the date and time of when he said it and played the clip of when he said it. You know what I mean? So again, how am I supposed to buy into or vote for you when you are lying like a fucking lawyer all the fucking time? Which is why I don't do politics, right? You'll say what the fuck you want to say to make sure that you get the vote and get in office. And then what happens? You do with what you have. You have to pay back the people that backed you, right? So now their agendas go before the city.
I think that's what everybody's fear is with both candidates because of the stratification. It's really hard to see it's really hard to see like municipal employees going at each other. So we got our first, we got police officers and firefighters on this side, and we got teachers on this side. Like y'all are actually peers. You work for the
allegedly.
And to be a resident of this and watching this play out, also with 12 of our older people retiring. So we have about a third of the city council that's turning over. We'll have new appointed people in multiple positions. I have no clue what this is going to look like, but I did want to make a comment about origin. We're also, people are saying hire the superintendent from the inside. Right? Like we don't want another outsider. We've pushed for hiring more Chicago Fire Department members and CPD members from the city of Chicago. So if origin doesn't matter, like it makes me feel like there's this this difference between people who are working and people who can lead the city. When we in the Black community are pushing, we need people from our community, from this city, not Black people from Olympia Fields coming to Chicago. We don't want them either.
Black folks there?
Right? Yeah, a whole bunch. And Crete, like of all places.
South Suburban ain't nothing but Black. Let me be clear.
Yeah. So origin matters for our employees. And that's why I thought it was like an interesting, when people were thinking like, oh, he's from Chicago. There are some people who shifted a little bit, realizing like, oh, you're not from here. So there are some people that do value, the insight and the nuances and how Chicago. Can you really understand how Chicago operates in all of the ways if you weren't born and raised here? Like if you were receiving a third party, do you think this is a city you have to live in to get it and like be raised in it to really get it?
I think no. any city, right, or any small town. If I'm from Buckfuck, Egypt,
okay,
right?
That's not a real place.
It's not, but it's another. It's
on Pornhub it is.
That's funny as hell.
See that shit, bro? Well, I'm not bullshitting you.
No, if I'm from a small community of 10,000. And I come in from the outside. Let's say I've lived there for 3 years. I think I have a
good understanding
of the community, right? Who am I to come in and tell y'all what I've witnessed in 3 years, but you've been here and your family has been there for decades.
Can you fix the problem, though?
Can you fix the problem?
That's my issue with both y'all saying.
I don't think so.
Can you fix the problem?
No, I think you could if you understood the problem.
All I'm saying.
And understanding the problem is listening to the people, and the people have to be reflective of all the people. And this is the interesting part about who gets in office. Not all of Black Chicago votes. There is
That's terrible.
So Chicago voting has not been 50% for almost 100 years, I think. So we're teetering like 37, 41% of 3 million people voting, right? So a third of the people
check
vote.
Check
right? So
Who the fuck he pointing at? He pointing way over there.
I don't know. Craft service.
Missed the camera.
Right.
What's that?
No, this
jump ball.
So in
do some fucking work.
In the Black community, so Ward 6, for example, has the highest population of Black people that can vote. 94% of the people in Ward 6 can vote. Maybe like 31% of those people came out.
Yes.
Hold on. Hello, McKinday. How are you, sir? We are recording. We're live, and we're talking about politics right now. About
why you just spell his name like that, dog?
Vallas versus Johnson. Yo, can you hear me?
My bad, bro. The Bluetooth wasn't on.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you. What's good?
All right, man. Thanks for calling in, man. Wish you were here. We were wrapping up actually the Vallas versus
you lucky
Johnson.
I gotta go, McKenna. You lucky I gotta go, bro. You lucky I gotta go. I had the goddamn food, dog.
I know this nigga bossy ready to go.
Yeah. you lucky I gotta go, dog. So I don't forget shit.
To kind of sum things up, right? Vallas versus Johnson, and my take was it's very simple. Vallas is a racist. Johnson is Lori 2.0. Okay. Now I'm not asking who would you vote for, none of that. Mila had to take obviously Bossy had to take.
Why you gotta say obviously?
Yeah, that's her
I feel
space.
insulted, bro.
That's her space. And Mila wrote a dope article on that. Let's go crazy. Y'all go download that.
And I may or may not be quoted in that article.
All right, who cares?
Wow.
But I'm interested. I know this is kind of your space. I'm interested to know your thoughts.
What you mean, kinda? You had a whole podcast
on
politics.
Yeah,
What you mean,
sure.
kinda?
Kinda
Kende. Kinda Kende.
Kinda Kende.
You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
Yeah, I do though. I do. Yeah,
you guys are welcome. It's okay.
Kinda Kende. Yeah, that's a segment. I like that. Yeah, welcome to the Kinda Kende segment. Go ahead, brother.
That's hilarious. Y'all are on it today.
Whoa, buddy.
Yes,
buddy.
we are.
Yeah.
Oh, she
And
is
pause.
nasty. She is nasty as fuck, yo.
Look at her face though. Like,
Yeah, I did it.
Wait a minute.
Wait, what's the question, man? What's the goddamn question?
Just quickly give me your thoughts on this quick runoff.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I did tell Mila this.
y'all been talking?
For me, it is just more the same, man.
Fuck you.
It in general is like
more the same.
kind of to your point, like, you know what I'm saying? You got a white guy, you got a black guy. So it's like Chicago, super segregated as it is. And so if you're not white, you're more likely going to vote for the black guy. I don't think it even has much to do with their actual politics. I was telling her too, it's like, when you think about Lori, how you doing, man? Sorry, I just hopped in Uber. When you think about Lori,
what you heading to the studio now? We'll wait for you. We'll pause.
We definitely gonna wait.
No, that's definitely not happening.
Yeah, I already know. you trash ass individual.
Wipe them cheeks off your face.
Meetings and more meetings, man. No, man. But the thing is, like, when Lori first got elected, remember the big thing with her is that she was police affiliated, so police love Lori, right? And as soon as she got the job, they was like, "Fuck you." so it's like, I don't know, man. I think Chicago politics is so stained at this point, bro. Like,
Thank you.
If you don't have like really new candidates, or if there's not some new system, it's just gonna be the same thing, man.
We need youth. We need youth in office. We need youth, bro.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
All right,
but it's hard to get. It's hard to get youth because they ain't got the money,
and they won't get voted for because people are used to the old guard. Like literally, the last election, people said, "Man, I love Mr. Green and everything he said, but he's not old enough. He needs experience." I'm looking like, shut the fuck up. So y'all mean to tell me y'all wouldn't
you want to fuck head like Bobby Rush?
But when you think about,
excuse me. So y'all didn't tell me.
I was interrupted for a phone call and what? No, that's not even true. Run it back.
What the fuck you mean? You had a whole conversation while I was talking.
That is
so
absolutely not true.
LeBron James out of high school is what I told them. They was like, well, that's different. No, it's not, motherfucker. Somebody's good, somebody's good.
What are you talking about?
Hey guys, can we?
No, it's your fault in the first place.
That's fine. Are you done?
No, is he done?
Yo, I just wanted to finish my conversation before Kende called and you cut me off.
Yeah, because I had to take
and
the call.
before you continued,
and I do that for everybody that calls. Let me be clear. So I'm consistent. I'm consistent.
Lies.
Yeah, he's definitely
extra chunky today, bro, in the midsection.
Yeah.
All right. So now that you're here, right? We were actually going to transition to Black Excellence, and I'm actually glad you called. Your mama.
Yay.
Your mom is
dope. Shout out mom, man.
Yeah.
Shout out
my
mom.
Your mom.
She was on television, man.
Man.
Jazz legend, if you will. You want to go ahead and introduce that?
Yeah, just really quick, man. So we celebrated Uh-oh.
Oh, get your...
up on me?
No, I should have, but go ahead.
Bogus ass Google phone. Stop playing. We got a Pixar 6.
Definitely said call ended.
That boy got a Motorola Razr.
Not the Razr.
Boy got the Razr.
that was the top phone for real. but no, man. So yeah, man, I got this call from I think it was Fox, ABC, one of those news outlets up in Milwaukee, and so he was like, "Hey, we want to do a story on your mom, like local legends kind of thing." And she's like, "Can you send me her music?" And I was like, "All right, sure, whatever." I wouldn't really
without her permission,
to be 100%, yeah, 100% without her permission. So then they sent that link to me, man, and I'm like, "Oh, this is like a whole thing, bro." Yeah, man, they did like a full 5-minute kind of spot on like her impact in Milwaukee. It's super funny because they talk about her being a jazz singer and all that, and at the very end, they're like, "Oh yeah, she taught school here for like 20 years."
Right. She impacted the community so much. You know what I'm saying?
It's like that's super insignificant to them. Like, yeah, no, she sings. We got 4 minutes on her singing, but oh yeah, at the end of it, like she wasn't even on screen when they said this shit.
Shout out to your mom, man. Your mom is dope, man.
I don't like how you said that. I don't like how you said that, Kende. You check his ass when you come back here, bro.
I hated it. I was like,
no. I've grown because,
what?
It couldn't be my boo. You told me don't ever call her your boo.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, the moms is moms.
That's true.
You know
That's a good point, actually. I'm going to give you credit for that.
Yeah.
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
I would be able to tell what a mom was thinking, but he ain't got no eyebrows, so I don't know what kind of facial expression.
She is thirsty for the show.
Why don't he
goatee
have
matches today? Hey, Kende, he cut his goatee down too low, bro. He cut his goatee down way too low. It looks fucked up. It looks weird.
Hey, man.
He look like a pedophile. He look like a pedophile like that.
All right, man. It's been good talking to you, man.
Fix it in post.
I gotta hop out the car, man. I'm gonna do this.
Oh my god!
Where'd you go? You walk at the 7-Eleven, Negro?
Yeah, no.
No, it's down the block, man.
Yeah, no. See,
hell no.
First of all, man, you're a fucking liar, man. I'm gonna talk to you off mic, man.
Look, I'll put him on the phone.
Yeah, let me talk to him. Let me talk to him.
I'm not putting him on the phone.
Yeah, exactly. All right,
First
man.
of all, I'm still in the car.
Yeah, exactly. More lies. These true lies can they tell, man?
Wow.
True lies and white guys. True lies and white guys.
Love it. All right, bro. I'll call you in a minute, Doc.
All right, man.
I can do.
Holla.
Bye.
Oh my god.
That boy said bye.
So
don't say I didn't get bye. How many Y's is in there?
Bye.
At least three.
Damn.
Before we got here, let's also get some Black excellence.
Oh, my shirt, man. What's it? Bye.
Sandra Douglas, man. Sandra Douglas Morgan.
That's my boo.
She became the first Black woman to become president of an NFL team.
I'm a Raiders fan, bro.
That's fire.
I'm a Raiders fan now.
That's fire.
I took one look at the picture.
And she cute.
I accolades. I took one look at the picture as such a misogynist as a man. I said,
I'll watch it now.
Oh my god!
Because now I'm interested in how it is that she's
Black and
gonna.
Asian. She's a cutie.
What? Why was that significant?
Because we men.
Yeah. Blazing.
It's a flaw. It's a flaw.
This dude was like, this dude told me like I usually date black ants. I was like, fuck, what?
And it's like the name Black Ant.
Black. He was like, yeah, like Black and Asian and Black and Latina and Black and.
Black and
I
Decker,
was like,
bitch.
fuck you. So, I was like, well, I'm Black and from Rack City. Like,
if this is your team, the Raiders is your team. Can you walk in the locker room?
You should. All well, Mo.
All well. But
wow.
I'm Black and all well.
That's too funny.
That's my owner, bro. That's my owner. And she comes to the locker room meeting. I'm not wearing a towel.
Huh?
That's my owner. She comes to the locker room. I'm not wearing a towel. I'm definitely not. I'm definitely going. I mean, I'm taking a shower. This is our space in the locker room. So I'm safe. Technically, I'm safe because it's my locker room. It's your locker room, first of all.
You just got your peeing all out, just like, yeah, coach.
Yeah,
so
sorry.
the other male coaches come in behind her. You still got it out?
Yeah, look here. They
all right,
avert their eyes. Avert your attention.
Avert your attention, sir.
Look, shout to her. Shout to Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm sorry for stepping on the Black excellence. That's dope as fuck. Though.
Yes,
fuck, man.
yeah, you just made it weird.
I thought, not to me, it wasn't weird at all.
Your peen came out in the conversation. question.
It's kind of Kamala Harris as well too. They kind of look alike. You know what I mean? Like,
no,
it's just like that could be the mom. You know what I mean?
Reach, yeah.
Are we doing the ghetto spelling bee?
Yes,
You
let's
trying
go.
to end
Let's go.
the shit?
Let's go.
All right, this week on the ghetto spelling bee.
The ghetto spelling bee.
All right, you're gonna have to spell your words
Next nigga say something while
like a pimp. Are you ready, fellas? You ready?
Yeah, by the power of great skull, goddammit, I'm ready.
All right. Who want to go first?
Don't matter. Jump off.
All right. Okay, Mr. Jump Off.
There you go, jump.
All right, what's your pimp
she called
name?
me a jump off.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Hey, look. She been on one.
What's your pimp name?
of all,
And y'all gotta have a pimp name. What's your
AB,
pimp?
all the bitches. All the bitches.
Mr. All the Bitches. Spell derriere.
I'm definitely gonna get the word wrong. It's okay. Look here, baby. The D is for the dick. You gotta get out there and go get my paper, baby. The air you breathe. I allow you to breathe the air, baby. Dairy air, the read, because you gotta do it again and again and again. Rewind, baby. Look here, my name is AB, baby. Look here, go get that money for me, baby. You hear me? Call me derriere. Put that derriere in the air. Put the derriere everywhere. Horton hears a who, baby? Did Horton hear you, baby? Derriere.
Your word. Wait, what's your pimp name? We gotta lick your lips
A
so
to
hard.
the MO, bro. I spit more game like I got ammo. Come on, dog. I got bars, bro.
He's better you than you.
My pimp name.
Oh my God.
Okay. 5 minutes think about this though.
Let me see.
Girl.
Jerry Carroll, right. What's my pimp name?
Damn.
He got soft blinks too.
Brow low. Come on, man.
$2, no luck. No.
That's awful.
Terrible.
See,
I would not be your bottom bitch.
That's awful, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not hoeing for you.
Right.
All right.
Yo, AMO. Speller. What? Hey, look at it. Over flipping it.
Yeah, man. It's Mr. AMON, man. Mr. Light Skin. You heard?
I like Mr. Light. Okay,
Yeah.
Mr. Light Skin.
What up?
All right. What up? Your word is Jezebel.
Listen here, bitch.
Yes, Daddy.
Your life ain't shit. Did your mama tell you? Did your mama tell you?
No. No light skin.
I caught that bitch down low on the jazz. You know what the jazz is?
No light skin.
When I ring that bell, that bitch come. Sometimes I play the flute and that bitch might come. Don't none of this shit make sense. But that's when we had you and we made you Jazzy big. So any bitch I meet, that bitch got a jazzy tail. Now I need you to get out here and sell this little thing.
But ain't you my daddy?
Your daughter.
Bitch, I didn't raise you. Bitch, I had your mama out here on the street. I'm out here getting this money. Mr. Light Skin drunk up a 12-pack of Heineken, you heard me?
So clearly we live in Atlanta, don't we, Daddy?
Bitch, we live on the corner.
Peach tree, that go sell a piece for me. You know what I'm saying?
Now listen here. When we talking about Jezebel, I know a few bitches that got jazzy tails. And that's all my bitches. All my time, all my rhyme. I ain't got nothing else but nothing but time. And all this shit is trash as fuck. No, I need another one, man. Jezebel, man. All right, Jezebel.
I done flip that. I done flip that motherfucker, boy.
Oh, well, Abasi won that round.
Yeah. I'm not even going to keep that. I got to fix it in the post.
Are you going to erase you? No, it has to stay.
All right, fuck it then.
I was like, clearly we live in Atlanta.
Yeah, and you know, tried to do the monologue with me, gave me help. Really, I still fucked it up.
Smoked the layup, bro.
Yeah, smoked it like a motherfucker. Man.
You all are getting good at this, though. People have said that they like the ghetto spelling bee.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Jezebel. Shit, I made a song.
He gonna be
about
talking all nasally all day. Do not go to this party talking like that.
I made a song about it. You want to hear? Here it
No,
go.
I don't want to hear Mr. Light. Everybody got an alter ego now. We got Mr. Light Skin. We got AB. All the bitches.
What was the pimp name on Black Dynamite? Cream corn. There you go.
Is that McKinney? Is that McKinney's name?
Cream corn. Boy said, cut the ends off my toes, make it square. You hear me cut it down in half. I said, boy, hold on. I got to send y'all that part though, for real.
Oh my goodness.
Take that. All right, Mr. Corner Convo, man. Episode 142. We out.
Bye.
Man, McKinney style, right? Bye. Bye. That was so.
He sounds like Matthew McConaughey. Bye.
Bye. Face ass boy.